Ever wonder why more Americans are packing up and heading overseas? It's not just a random occurrence, there's a growing trend of American migration that's capturing global attention. Let's dive into why this is happening. Firstly, economic factors play a significant role. Many Americans are venturing abroad in search of better job opportunities and financial stability. Countries with thriving economies and lucrative job markets are drawing in Americans like bees to flowers. Secondly, lifestyle changes are another major pull. Americans are attracted to countries offering a slower pace of life, more family-friendly societies, or even just a change in scenery. Can you blame them? Who wouldn't want to swap the city's hustle and bustle for a laid-back life by the beach, or trade in their 9-to-5 for a flexible work schedule in a country that prioritizes work-life balance? And let's not forget about adventure. The thrill of immersing oneself in a new culture, learning a new language, and experiencing a completely different way of life is a magnet for the adventurous at heart. Now you might be thinking, that's all well and good, but do we have numbers to back this up? Absolutely. According to the United Nations, the number of American migrants has increased from about 2 million in the early 90s to nearly 9 million in 2023. That's a fourfold increase in just over 3 decades. But it's not just about the numbers. Behind each statistic is a story of change, growth, and discovery. Each American migrant carries with them their hopes, dreams, and aspirations as they embark on this life-changing journey. So, there you have it. From economic opportunities to lifestyle changes and the lure of adventure, various factors are driving Americans to explore life beyond borders. Now that we've seen the why, let's unveil the where. Stay tuned as we reveal the top destination for American expats in our next scene. You might just be surprised. So where are most Americans migrating to? Drumroll please. The top destination for American expats is none other than the tropical paradise of Costa Rica. Yes, you heard it right. This Central American nation is leading the charts when it comes to American migration, and for good reasons. Now, what's so special about Costa Rica that it's becoming a magnet for Americans seeking a new life abroad? Well, let's start with the climate. Costa Rica offers a perfect blend of tropical warmth and cool highland breezes, making it an ideal location for those looking to escape harsh winters or scorching summers. Picture yourself sipping a fresh coconut drink on a pristine beach, or hiking through lush rainforests. Sounds enticing, doesn't it? But it's not just the climate that's drawing Americans to Costa Rica. The country's stable economy is another major pull factor. With a growing tourism sector and a reputation as a hub for green businesses, Costa Rica presents a plethora of opportunities for those looking to start a new venture or invest in a thriving market. The rich cultural tapestry of Costa Rica is another enticing aspect. From its vibrant festivals and music to the warm, welcoming nature of the ticos, as Costa Ricans call themselves, the country offers a cultural immersion that's both exciting and comforting for American expats. Imagine being part of a community that celebrates life with such gusto and warmth. Finally, let's not forget the laid-back lifestyle that Costa Rica is famous for. The national motto, Pura Vida, or Pure Life, perfectly encapsulates the Costa Rican approach to life, one that emphasizes enjoyment, relaxation, and a slower pace. It's the perfect antidote to the hustle and bustle of American cities. In a nutshell, Costa Rica's appealing climate, robust economy, vibrant culture, and relaxed lifestyle make it a top destination for Americans looking for a fresh start abroad. But what does it really mean to live there as an American expat? Welcome to the life of an American expat in. Imagine waking up to the sound of exotic birds instead of blaring sirens, or trading your quick lunchtime sandwich for a leisurely midday meal with new friends. That's the reality for many American expats who have chosen to call this country home. When it comes to the cost of living, many find their dollars stretch further here. Rent, groceries, transportation, you name it, the overall cost of living is often significantly less than in many US cities. This financial ease allows for a quality of life that might have been out of reach back home. But it's not all about the money, is it? There's also the thrilling challenge of adapting to a new culture. That might mean learning a new language or figuring out the local customs. Sure, it can be daunting at times, but as many expats will tell you, it's also incredibly rewarding. Take Sarah, a teacher from Chicago who moved here 2 years ago. She shared with us how she initially struggled with the language barrier, but now, she not only speaks the language fluently, but has also come to love the local cuisine, which she initially found too spicy. Then there's John, a retired businessman from New York. He was drawn to the slower pace of life and the warm, year-round climate. Now he spends his days exploring the countryside, engaging in the community, and even volunteering at a local school. Living as an expat also means being part of a diverse, vibrant community. You're not just moving to a foreign country, you're joining a global family of fellow expats. From potluck dinners to language exchange meetups, there are countless ways to connect with others who are also carving out a new life abroad. However, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are challenges too. Homesickness can creep in, or cultural differences can lead to misunderstandings. Sometimes the bureaucracy can be a headache. But these challenges are often seen as part of the journey, opportunities to learn and grow. Every expat's experience is unique, colored by their personal journey and the specific reasons that led them to leave their home country. But one common thread that binds them all is the sense of adventure, the thrill of starting anew in a place that's different, yet welcoming. Remember, it's not just about the move, it's about the logistics too. In the next section, we will delve into the legal and logistical aspects of becoming an expat. So, stay tuned as we continue our journey into the life of an American expat. Moving overseas can be complicated, but we've got you covered. Let's start with visas, the golden ticket to your new life abroad. Depending on your destination, the type of visa you'll need varies. Some countries offer specific visas for retirees, investors, or skilled workers. So do your research and figure out which visa is the best fit for you. Next, let's talk about healthcare. It's crucial to understand the healthcare system in your new home. Some countries have universal healthcare while others rely on private insurance. Remember, your current health insurance may not cover you abroad. Therefore, it's wise to explore international health insurance options. Now, on to housing. When moving abroad, you might want to consider renting before buying. This will give you a chance to get to know the area, the people, and the culture. It's also a great way to figure out if this new location is indeed the right fit for you. And let's not forget about banking. Opening a bank account in your new country is usually a pretty straightforward process. However, you might want to keep your American bank account open for any financial obligations back home. Also be aware of any tax implications that might arise from having bank accounts in two countries. But what about your belongings? You could sell everything and start fresh, or you could ship your belongings overseas. Each option has its pros and cons, so weigh them carefully. If you decide to ship your belongings, start the process early, as international shipping can take weeks or even months. Lastly, let's touch on the emotional aspect of moving. Leaving your familiar surroundings and starting anew can be quite a challenge. It's okay to feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. Seek out support from fellow expats and locals, and remember, it's okay to take it slow and ease into your new life. So, how does this influx of Americans affect the local communities? Well, that's a whole other topic that we'll delve into in our next segment, so stay tuned. Let's delve into the impact of American migration on local communities. When Americans migrate to new shores, they bring more than just their suitcases. They bring their economic power, cultural perspectives, and social dynamics, all of which reverberate through the local communities they join. Firstly, let's examine the economic impact. American expats often contribute to local economies in significant ways, whether it's starting a business, investing in local properties, or simply spending their dollars in local markets. These activities stimulate economic growth. They create jobs, boost local industries, and in some cases even help to revitalize struggling economies. Then, there's the cultural influence. American expats often serve as cultural ambassadors, sharing their traditions, food, and language. This cultural exchange can enrich the local culture, adding a new layer of diversity. However, it's a delicate balance. While cultural integration can be a positive thing, it's important that it doesn't overshadow or diminish the existing local culture. Next, let's discuss social dynamics. The influx of American expats can shift the social fabric of a community. On one hand, it can encourage a more diverse and inclusive society. On the other hand, it can also lead to gentrification and rising living costs, which can contribute to social inequality if not managed properly. Now, it's important to remember that the impact of American expats isn't universally positive or negative. It's a complex interplay of factors and outcomes, some beneficial, some challenging, and the truth is the impact can vary greatly from community to community, depending on factors like the number of expats, their level of integration, and how the local government manages the change. So while we celebrate the opportunities and experiences that come with living abroad, it's crucial to also consider the footprint we leave behind. And for those considering a move, it's not just about finding a new home, but also about becoming a responsible and respectful member of a new community, while Leeds' other destinations are gaining popularity. So, stay tuned as we explore these emerging trends in our next segment. Beyond, where else are Americans setting their sights? As we continue our journey, we discover that American migration isn't limited to just one destination. Other countries are making their mark, emerging as attractive alternatives for those looking to start a new chapter abroad. One significant trend is the rising popularity of Asian destinations. Countries like Thailand and Vietnam are becoming increasingly attractive to Americans. They offer a low cost of living, a warm climate, and a rich cultural experience that's a world away from the American lifestyle. On the other side of the globe, European countries like Portugal and Spain are also seeing an influx of American expats. Lured by the promise of a relaxed lifestyle, excellent healthcare, and a chance to immerse themselves in centuries-old cultures, Americans are increasingly choosing the European way of life. The Southern Hemisphere isn't being left behind either. Countries like Costa Rica and New Zealand are attracting Americans with their stunning landscapes, friendly locals, and commitment to sustainability. These nations offer a chance to live in harmony with nature, a lifestyle that's proving increasingly appealing to Americans. But what makes these alternative locations attractive? It boils down to a combination of factors. The lower cost of living, opportunities for cultural immersion, and the promise of a more relaxed lifestyle are all drawing cards. But there's also a sense of adventure in discovering new destinations, of forging a path less trodden. However, it's important to remember that each country comes with its own set of challenges, from language barriers to differing social norms. Yet, it's these very challenges that often lead to the most rewarding experiences, enriching our lives in ways we never imagined. As we look to the future, it's clear that the trend of American migration is not slowing down. More than ever, Americans are embracing the opportunity to live abroad, to experience new cultures, and to see the world from a different perspective. The world is a mosaic of opportunities awaiting exploration. As the saying goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So, are you ready to take that step? As we wrap up, let's reflect on the trend of American migration. Today, we've journeyed through the motivations fueling Americans to venture beyond their homeland, from economic reasons to a desire for a change of pace. We've uncovered the top destination where most American expats are calling home, revealing the unique blend of attractions that this country offers, from sandy beaches to cultural experiences and economic opportunities. We've given you a glimpse into the life of an American expat, painting a picture of the joys and challenges they face in their new home. From the cost of living to cultural adjustments, we've shared their first-hand experiences and stories, offering you a taste of what life could be like if you decided to make a similar move. We've navigated through the essential legal and logistical aspects of moving to another country, providing a practical guide for those considering this significant step. From visas to healthcare, we've aimed to cover the groundwork for you. We've also considered the impact of American expats on local communities, exploring the influence they have on the local economy, culture, and social dynamics. We've strived to offer a balanced view of the expatriate experience, and finally, we've looked beyond the top destination to emerging trends and alternative locations growing in popularity among American expats. The world is a vast and diverse place, and there are countless opportunities out there for those willing to explore. Looking ahead, the trend of American migration shows no signs of slowing down. As our world becomes increasingly interconnected, it's likely we'll see more Americans choosing to broaden their horizons, seeking out new adventures, opportunities, and lifestyles abroad. So, what does the future hold for you? Are you intrigued by the expat life? Are you ready to join the growing number of Americans seeking a new home beyond their borders? Remember, the world offers a mosaic of opportunities, and your adventure is just waiting to begin. Are you ready to explore beyond your borders? Your adventure starts now.